Coach, to your left, first row.
Dan Tortora, wakeupcalldt.com right here, Coach. Just what you can say about going into this season and hiring from within at the offensive coordinator and defensive coordinator, your thoughts on Brandon Streeter as well as Wes Goodwin and why they were the right fit to lead the offensive and defensive sides of the ball.
Yeah, first of all, it's not always feasible to promote from within. You know, that's sometimes just, I mean, I've had to go outside multiple times over my career, but I think it's best when you can. But it's got to be the right time, the right fit, and all those boxes checked. But this was an easy decision for me. You know, Wes Goodwin has been with me since December of '08, and I've never been with a guy more prepared. And I'm well aware of, you know, what the headlines would be when I named Wes Goodwin to be the D coordinator at Clemson. Everybody's hitting Google like, who the heck is that? But you know, he is so deserving and has already done an amazing job. And I'm glad that we had an opportunity to go through a bowl season and game under our belt and all that, and watching him, you know, just be himself. And probably the best part for me was, you know, letting the defensive guys know, like, hey, here's what we're going to do, and you know, their enthusiasm and their excitement, because, you know, they know Wes. They know who he is. They know what he brings to the table. And now to be able to have the hands-on experience going through a bowl, going through the spring and the summer, man, we're ready to roll. And he's going to be awesome. I mean, he's just got to be himself. That's all I need him to be. But easy decision. He deserved it. He earned it. I think when you don't promote people that deserve it and earn it and have earned it, there's a breakdown in culture. And same thing offensively. Brandon Streeter has been with me since December of 14 when we played in the bowl game against Oklahoma there in Orlando. And he coached Deshaun for 2 years. He recruited Trevor, coached him all 3 years. He recruited DJ, he's recruited Klubnik. And, you know, I mean, he deserves it. He's turned down multiple coordinator jobs in and out of our league, the SEC, NFL. He's had multiple opportunities, but he's been our passing game coordinator for a few years now. And you know, with Tony getting the job at Virginia, again, he deserved it, and he's earned it. And you know, but also being able to create new opportunity for some other support staff and some new people like Nick Eason and Kyle Richardson, you know, joining in different roles as well. So it's a lot of fun. Mickey Kahn moving into a different role.
Coach, center of the aisle, third row to the right.
Royal Howell, Carolina Blitz. Coach, can you just speak on the loyalty within your program? You have players jumping in and out of the transfer portal versus going through the struggle and the grind. Can you just speak on just players, just your overall opinion on the transfer portal?
Well, I mean, you know, I think the greatest asset you have and what's most important is your players. I've always told our coaches, and I hold our coaches accountable for who come. That's why we don't offer many guys, because we're not a catch and release type program. You know, we're a till graduation do we part program. And, you know, it's not me just saying that. We're 11 out of 12 years top 10 academically. You know, Clemson, Duke, and Northwestern. You know, we got a 98% graduation rate. I've been doing this for a long time, and it's the main thing in our program. And we recruit young people that value education, that align with the things that we offer. And then, you know, we talk about serving their heart, not their talent. You know, it's a relationship-driven place, and it's always been that way. And so, you know, from time to time, it's the right thing for some guys to move on, whether they're a graduate and maybe they just want a little more opportunity to play or whatever. But, you know, if we do a good job, you know, loving our players, serving our players, making sure they have a good experience, making sure that they understand the big picture of development and growth and the long-term value of what we offer, you know, they're going to stay. And I think this team exemplifies that more than anything. I mean, we had 109 guys go through spring, and, you know, 109 guys are still here. Not one person left. And there were only 4 of the Power 65 teams that didn't have somebody leave during spring or after spring. And I think that says a lot about what our players think about our coaches, but more importantly, what they think about their experience and their love of Clemson, their love of our culture and each other. And and you got guys, I mean, even you got a defensive end position. I mean, we got 4 DNs that can start for anybody in the country. I mean, and they're all seniors. Miles is a junior, but Miles will be a senior. No pun intended there. I said Miles twice, didn't I? But anyway, you have to have a certain level of selflessness, and you have to have self-awareness, and that's what this team has. And, man, that's special. That's not easy to have in today's world. It's all about me type of stuff, So that's a credit to the character of our team, the leadership of our team, the culture of our locker room, the accountability, and their love for each other. So, we brought one guy in from the portal. I call him a boomerang portal, and Hunter Johnson, because he started with us, and he's coming back to be a third-team quarterback for us and finish up his career at Clemson.
Left side, just about the 5th row. Please stand.
Coach Tony Siracusa from Last Word on College Football. Either rightly or unjustifiably, Clemson fan boards have a lot of opinions on DJ and his on-field performance the last 2 years. Tell us about your level of confidence in him, as is given by the fact you brought him to media days as one of the faces of your program.
Well, they had a lot of great opinions his freshman year, didn't they? They wanted me to bench Trevor for DJ. I had some of them. I think we should sit Trevor. He's not playing great. Let's put this DJ. He set records as a freshman, did an amazing job for us, and then last year it was a struggle. Like I've told DJ, that comes from being the quarterback. It comes from being the head coach. You get a lot of praise, and you get all the criticism, and that just comes with it. That's part of comes with the territory, so to speak. But last year, as I've said many times, I've never had a young quarterback, a first-year starter, who didn't make mistakes. But the past young quarterbacks that I've had, the last 2 young quarterbacks, Deshaun Watson and Trevor, they made mistakes, but we were much better around them. All right? Whereas with DJ, we were not very good around him, and so his mistakes were magnified. And then I think, this guy's all he's ever done is win. Now all of a sudden it's disappointment. There's adversity. There's some challenges. There's some criticism, and how do you respond? And it's disappointing. And next thing you know, people question you, and maybe you lose a little confidence, or you try to do too much. And that's all part of maturing. And he's going to play football for a long time. I don't need anybody on a message board to tell me who DJ is. I know who he is. And just like Terry Don Phillip, I won 6 games my second year as the head coach. I won 6 games as the head coach. And there was a lot of people on them message boards wanting me gone, right? And the next year we won the ACC for the first time in 20 years. We won 10 games for the first time in 20 years. Now we win 10 games, they want to fire me. So I'm just saying, Terry Don Phillips had a lot of confidence in me, as his coach. I got a lot of confidence in DJ. He's special. He's going to graduate in December. Unbelievable young man, on and off the field, one of the best leaders that we've had come through, incredibly committed. He's got some scars on him and some shrapnel and some wounds. That's going to serve him well as he goes into this year. And it's a game of performance, and we can't change that. I can talk about how great he is all day long. He's got to go do it. But I believe in him, and there ain't no doubt about that. I know who he is, and we're going to be better around him. And that's the first thing we got to do is we got to be better around him. He's got to learn from his mistakes. He's got to play better in certain areas that he knows, and I believe he's going to do it.
Our last question for Coach will come to your right, about the 5th row.
Greg Medea, Charlottesville Daily Progress. After Tony Elliott was hired at Virginia, he said you both spoke about his decision to potentially take the job. What advice did you give him, and how prepared do you think he is for this opportunity?
Well, I told him he needs to take the job. I told him this is the right one. I felt like he was a great fit for Virginia, and I felt like Virginia was a great fit for Tony and his family. So, you know, he's turned down several head jobs, you know, over the last few years, but I felt like Virginia was the right fit for him. And as far as how prepared he is, he's incredibly prepared. I've been with Tony, 19 years. So I coached Tony. He was a captain for me. He's been around a long time now, and he knows what it looks like. Incredibly smart, and you know, is a very gifted coach. So you know, there's no greater teacher than experience. You know, doing something a lot like DJ. You know, going through this past year and gaining all that experience. There's no greater teacher than that. But as far as being prepared, he's as prepared as anybody could be to go do it for the first time.
Coach, thank you. We can switch up with